Hey friends, Twist here, and welcome to the Odd Couple -1. So, Myst is out, she's working unfortunately, and I want to make sure that we continue getting some content out. I want to do at least a video a week, so we're going to have our first episode of Time with Twist. Yay! Yay! Everybody cheer! Oh my god, it's so awkward. Anyways, so last week on Together on the Spectrum, we talked a little bit about sensory needs and how when I am overwhelmed, when I'm having an episode, even post episode, I am sensitive to sound. And a lot of my sensory needs come around sound and touch. There's texture and stuff like that when it comes to foods and stuff like that, even feel, but we'll get into that in another episode. Today I want to focus on auditory extra needs, how I handle overly stimulating areas, and I have a couple of items with me, two different items. I was hoping to have three, but I seem to have misplaced my AirPods. And I'm doing my best not to have a freak out about having misplaced those. The reason why I'm doing such a good job at that right now is because I really don't use my first generation AirPod Pros anymore. I am frequently using, and I'm talking about daily use, on the most economical noise reduction device that I own. I'm going to have a link to these items in the description for this video. Loops. I love these little things. I sleep with them. I use them when I go to concerts and super loud events. I wanted to use them when I went to the Gay Pride. Yes. Pride. I went to the Pride Parade this past weekend, and we were a part of it for Delta Airlines. Thank you, Delta, for inviting us to join you on that. But again, these I should have used those for the Pride Parade. I didn't, but luckily I had the distraction of filming. I filmed all of it. I might share a little bit of that in an upcoming video, not for this one. But these loops are absolutely incredible. These are little earbuds. You don't have to charge them or anything like that. And these go straight into your ear. I have the Loop Quiets, which reduce up to 30 decibels worth of sound, which is absolutely phenomenal. I use these on our most recent vacation, which we will be going over on our first episode of Savant Safaris, which we are in the middle of shooting. We had a cruise. Oh my God, Oliver, you went on a cruise? Oh my God. Oh my God. I just called myself by my real name. Oh my God. Oh gosh, Twist, you went on a cruise? Yeah, I went on a cruise. And this cruise that we just did was absolutely phenomenal. We went on a cruise back in August. Me having done all the research, I'm going to get into that in Savant Safaris when we actually go over our cruise on Enchantment of the Seas, which is a Royal Caribbean cruise. But I will go over that on that one, okay? But today we're talking about noise help loops. Absolutely great device. Don't have to charge them. I think they're like $15, $20 on the website. They have a range of different versions. So the quiets reduce the utmost sound up to 30 decibels. They have some add-ons that you can put in that can reduce a couple extra decibels worth of sound. They have others that reduce less sound, so that way in conversational settings, it just reduces more of that background noise. Outside of loops, we have something on the opposite end of the price spectrum, which are these over-the-ear Bose headphones. Active noise cancellations, got to turn those on, but absolutely, absolutely nothing comes close to those. Over the ear all the way. However, again, big, bulky. You can't sleep with those. I can sleep with my loops. I tend to be a side sleeper. Can't really be a slide sleeper when you have something covering your ears like that. But they have a place and a time. I like using my over the ear when I am traveling, when I am going to airports, when I am on an airplane, and I am in the subway, things like that. The loops really do help with that, but loops hit different frequencies. And depending on what you're sensitive to, there's a chance that the loops might not help you at all, frequency pending. So understand what type of sounds set you off, what type of sounds you know are just nails on a chalkboard and you are absolutely pushed past your limit, and try to find something that helps you eliminate those sounds. Okay, I've heard a lot of things about something called sped phones. I do want to look into those. Um, Outside of that, again, if you have any recommendations on what you use to help with loud environments for sensory needs, for anything of the above or whatever, please let us know in the comments. If you like this video, please press that like button. It helps us so much. And again, subscribe. Again, we are the Odd Couple -1. This is Time with Twist. Keep moving forward. Take care, everyone.